You're watching News 8 Daybreak in high definition.
Our friend Dr. Oz said earlier this week that this is the worst allergy season, and it's the one ever that anyone has ever experienced. I tell you, just about everyone is suffering, especially in my home. I know that for sure. But we brought in an allergist, Dr. Stacy Silvers from Medical City Dallas Hospital, to help us understand what's going on and when will this end.
Unfortunately, we don't really know yet, but it's probably going to be a bad season for us this year.
It just seems like it never ends. It's like January through December.
Pretty much, particularly around here in North Texas. You know, this year we didn't get the deep freeze that we typically do. It's been a mild winter, so pollen counts have been pretty high.
I know that there was a recent poll that came out, and it took us from around the 47th state with the worst allergies, and now we're up in the upper 20s.
Yeah, so you're
not surprised by that at all?
Not at all.
Okay. Well, what do you think is the best way to treat this? I have seen just about everything from over-the-counter remedies, from Benadryl to Claritin, to you can go get tested, you take shots, or you take liquid drops. What is the right way to correct this?
So it's a little bit different for everyone, what they want to expect out of their medications. When they come to see me, typically patients have tried the over-the-counter medications like the antihistamines, like the Claritin, Zyrtec, things along those lines. But those only work so well. And then they typically come to see us, and nasal sprays are usually the best medications we have for allergies.
What is your opinion on using those nasal pots, where you take the saline water,
the neti pots.
Yeah, the neti pots, to clear out your sinuses? Do you recommend that? Or is it just as effective as going to an allergist?
Maybe not as effective, but in conjunction with some of the medications we use, it can be quite helpful. If you use them after coming in from outdoors, it kind of removes some of the pollens from your nose, and it can make you feel better.
Many times, allergies can mask itself and look like a cold.
Yes.
What are the symptoms that you see that really should alert parents that your kids could potentially have allergies versus a cold?
Sure. So one of the things I ask my patients is there any seasonality or triggers? Also, allergies tend to last for much longer than a typical cold would, more than, say, 7 days. The tree pollens here of late have been high for 3 weeks or more, so symptoms that last that long suggest allergies.
So itchy eyes?
Itchy, watery eyes, nasal congestion, runny nose, but itch is a really big component of allergies.
Can it not just affect not only your eyes, but what about your skin? Is that typical? Is that a symptom to have itchy skin?
Not as much.
Be something else?
Not as much. Most of the symptoms are confined to your airway, so your nose and lungs.
So what hope do you have for us? Because if it's the worst season ever, how are we going to get through it?
So yeah, it's going to be staying regular with your medications, using them on a consistent basis, particularly during the high peak seasons.
Let me ask you this, because there's a growing trend of a lot of people wanting to steer away so much from relying on medicines and try a more homeopathic route. Is there something you can do in your house versus having hardwood floors versus carpet, or?
Sure. So hardwood floors and things along those lines will help with indoor allergens, particularly dust mites, or if you have pets allergic to them, makes things easier to clean, and you can remove the allergens that way. Using air conditioning on a regular basis, that will kind of filter some of the pollens from outdoors and keep them from coming into your home.
All right. Well, Dr. Stacy Silvers with Medical City Dallas Hospital, thank you for your insight.
Absolutely.
Hopefully we'll get through this. If not, we're coming to your office.
Please do.
All right. Time now is 7:40. Colleen, have you checked the pollen counts? Are they high today?
Yes, the one in for today hasn't been recorded just yet, but yesterday it was actually down a little bit. The last couple days it was around about 9,000, 10,000 out there, and yesterday it was only around about 1,200. So a little better news out there. Maybe everyone's still giving frowns. I feel like